Hey guys, this of course isn't a podcast. This is just a quick video to talk about what's going on with Cyberpunk 2077 because there's some huge stuff and I didn't want to wait until Tuesday to do it as part of the podcast. I wanted to talk about it now, and my cat apparently wants to be part of this as well. I thought it was really important to talk about it because obviously it's a big thing what's going on at the moment. There's an article here in Game Informer which is talking about how things have been happening. Apparently the staff who worked on the game are really not happy. They're not happy with the management. They're not happy with how things have been handled. And there was a meeting with the management where the staff were able to air their frustrations and question the board of directors and the upper management. And it was, talking about the fact that Sony was agreeing to do refunds, and they said that it was a mutual decision between Sony and CD Projekt Red, and the fact that, and that's when also they found out the game was being delisted off the Sony store, which we'll talk about in a sec. So the staff were questioning about why things were done the way they were. Why were people told that the game was ready when it blatantly wasn't? They asked, apparently according to this one person, actually asked if the board thought it was hypocritical, seeing as the whole premise of the Cyberpunk 2077 is anti-corporation, that that they behaved in such a horrible way. Apparently the response from management was vague and non-committal, which seems to have been the management's whole thing, is like vague and non-committal, and their attitude has just been completely wrong. They've admitted that they weren't transparent. They've admitted that they lied to the public. They've admitted that it's basically, this is what happens, I think, when you get managers who aren't developers, managers who aren't gamers, who don't understand the thing. What it seems like is that the game was pushed through in a phase where it wasn't ready. Because this is the thing, CD Projekt Red have said that there will be updates in January and February to make the game more playable, to make it better. Well, if they knew that it wouldn't be ready and they would need these huge updates, which I'm sure the developers did, I'm sure the developers knew, they should have waited to release it in February. They should have waited. But this isn't the fault of the developers. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going after the developers, I'm not criticizing the developers. This is the fault of managers who care more about money than the quality of the game. This is about managers who are board of directors who want to make money. Because this is the thing, CD Projekt Red is a publicly it's a public company. It's a publicly, it's got its board of directors, it's got its shareholders who knew that when the game came out, if it was a success, it would be huge. Problem is, they rushed it. They had to get it out for the lucrative Christmas season, because this is the time when companies will make the most of their money, because kids will want the latest game. Not just kids, I want the latest games. I want the big games. Unfortunately, it's kind of backfired on them, because all the money that they made, all the share value that they made over the last year, they have lost. They're back to where they were a year ago, and they're probably going to go down even more. I don't think it will necessarily be the end for CD Projekt Red, because they had a lot of goodwill towards them. They had a lot of love towards them from the gaming community because of how they handled The Witcher. And this is the thing. This isn't the first time that they brought out a game that's been a buggy mess when it's come out, and then they've looked after it. And that's why they got the goodwill of the community, was because how they rectified the situation with The Witcher, how they worked to make that game better. It was a horrible game to play. It wasn't a fun game to play. It's and now it's considered a masterpiece. And I'm sure that once Cyberpunk is sorted, it will be an incredibly good game. But the thing is, it's not the game that we were given the impression it was to start with. But that's not to do with the developers. That's to do with marketing, which again, management. It's not working how it should because it was rushed. That's not the developer's fault. That's management. The communication was bad. The Xbox version and the PS4 version were not shown. Again, not the developer's fault. It's too easy to blame the developers, but the team who worked on the game worked their hardest, and you gotta feel bad for them because this is the thing. They're going to be going on the Christmas holidays soon, and they're not going to be able to relax because they're going to know that when they get back to work after Christmas, it's going to be crunch. And they've had crunch for a long time. That was one of the things that the staff were complaining about at the management, is the amount of crunch that they've had, the amount of hard work they've had to put in to get this game done. So you've got to feel bad for him, because that's not going to be relaxing Christmas. Worrying about all of these things, and also possibly even worrying if they have a job, because if profits go down too far, it's not the managers who are going to get it's the little worker bees who are going to find themselves out on their rear, which is completely unfair because they've been working damn hard on this game. And so I want to just show my support to the developers of CD Projekt Red, who have worked so hard and who have made it as good as it is now. They were not given enough time to make it the game it should be. I mean, obviously they were going to make it for current gen consoles, or previous gen consoles we should now say, because obviously the PS5 and the Xbox Series are now out, but they had to make it for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. It had to be done. There was no choice. It does seem like there was more effort put into the PC version of the game, but they had to make versions for the Xbox One and for the PlayStation 4. That was inevitable. So I think, these versions had to be made. They had to be out on time, and they had to be out on the same day as the PC version. Yes, they needed a lot more time. They all did. Even the PC version needed more time. But what I found interesting was when you looked things about the game, it was always... They always talked about the specs you would need for the PC. And when you looked at the specs that you needed for the PC, you needed a good PC. And it did make you wonder if the original PlayStation 4 would be powerful enough to handle it. I have a PlayStation 4 Fat, first generation PlayStation 4. I have a Series 1 S, not Series 1 S, sorry, Xbox One S. So neither of those consoles will be able to play it properly, which is why I'm glad I have it on PC. I probably won't play it until February, just because I'd rather wait till the patches are out and it's more playable, it's less buggy. I think, to me, that makes more sense. I'm not going to ask for a refund. I'm not going to ask for my money. I want to try it. I want to play it when it's ready. I mean, and this is the thing. The fact that Sony have taken the unprecedented step to delist the game, and this is Sony said they were going to refund anyone who wants a copy, who wants to get their money back for the digital thing. Microsoft have also said they will do that. If you bought a digital copy of Cyberpunk 2077 on either Xbox One or on PlayStation 4, if you want your money back, you can get your money back. And Sony have taken it down off the PlayStation Store. I mean, I've seen other companies take their own games down, like Konami took down PT. Thanks, Konami. But that was different circumstances. This is Sony who has stepped in and said, this does not meet our standards. And I mean, this is the thing, the Sony's standards, when you're a new developer starting out on any format, you have to prove yourself. You have to prove your standard. You have to jump through so many hoops, and really meet their criteria for quality assurance. And that was not the case at all for this game, which begs the question, were they let off from doing the quality assurance things? Were they allowed to, was the game just allowed to go through and not checked by Sony, or were they seeing a version of the game for the checks that wasn't the actual PlayStation game? Because I doubt that Sony, if they had have done the quality assurance things that they've done they put other developers through, if they'd have seen what we've now seen, I doubt they would have let the game through. It would not have got onto the PlayStation Store, because there is no way it was gold. I mean, what we're looking at for the PlayStation and the Xbox, we're looking at an alpha build, guys. Maybe late alpha, but we're not. It's maybe towards beta build, but this is not a gold build. This is not the finished game. Even on the PC, we're looking at a late stage beta. We're not looking at a gold. And that's the thing. When they said a few months ago it was gold, it was ready to go, I was like, it's out, way cool, it's done. Because especially seeing as they've been saying that we're needing 6 extra weeks of crunch to get it done, like a couple of days extra week. And then and suddenly it was gold. And I reported this in the podcast, and you sort of think, well, that was so quick. It's not the team's fault. Once again, it's not the team's fault. They were working to the orders they were given from the higher ups. It's people who don't understand gaming, who don't understand game development, calling the shots, saying this has to be out this time. They should have listened to the team, because the team would have told them, we can't do this, we need longer. But of course it couldn't be out. It couldn't wait till 2021. It couldn't wait till February, maybe even March, because Christmas is when we will sell the most games. Because people will get people will get consoles, people will buy computers. We need to sell the games. We need the game to be out for Christmas. How's that going for you guys? Seriously. I mean, I hope that the managers who made these decisions, who pushed for the game to be released as it was, who lied to the public as well, who lied to their team, who lied to the public, I hope that whoever that manager is, or whoever those managers are, because it's never one person on their own, I hope they're fired. Honestly, I hope they're fired, because they don't understand. And they've cost the company millions. And they've cost not just millions, but also a lot of goodwill and a lot of trust. You know, I mean, I know that eventually that game is going to be amazing. I know, I've seen like the potential. I've seen the spark of something brilliant there. And seeing as how they turned around The Witcher 3 from being a buggy mess to being a masterpiece, you know they're going to do it, because there's got to be some of the devs who worked on The Witcher 3 who are working on this game. So I'm sure that it will be amazing when it's finished. But for the time being, it isn't ready, and it shouldn't have been released. It was not ready. It was too soon, and unfortunately, you know, they've lost some of the goodwill. They've lost some of the positivity that the public had towards them, and it's going to take a lot of time for them to get that back. I mean, yeah, the game was overhyped. The game was so hyped. We were all super excited for it. And maybe it was, in a way, it's kind of our fault for getting caught up in the buzz. I mean, I try not to get caught up in the buzz, apart from when it's a Zelda game. When it's a Zelda game, that's it. I'm like, ah. But I mean, I've been a Zelda fan my whole life, so, you know, well, most of it. But like, so seeing how CD Projekt Red has been sort of, how it's all been thrown out, how this hard work has just been, you know, I want to see them succeed. I want to see these guys do their best. I want to see the game when it's finished. I can't wait to see the fully finished version when it's eventually out. And I can't wait to play it. I mean, for now, I've got my PS5. I'm gonna play. I've downloaded the updated PS5 version of Watch Dogs Legion, so I'm probably gonna play through that. That should keep me going for a while. But I really, yeah, and this is why I was hesitant to do a review of the game, because I know it's not ready, and I don't want to. I don't want to review what I've seen now. It would be unfair. It would be like, okay, give you another example. I love Running with Scissors. I love the Postal games. I have Postal 4. It's a janky alpha build that I have on my computer, but I love it. The game isn't complete. They've only got 2 levels. They've got the Monday and the Tuesday. There's going to be all the other 3 days are going to be released later on. They're working on them. But when they released it, they admitted this is a janky alpha build. It's not finished. But we need you to buy it so we can finish the game. Okay. They're regularly releasing updates. They're keeping the fans informed. They're communicating every week. They have a podcast on the Running with Scissors YouTube channel and Twitch channel. They're contacting constantly with the customers. They're updating all the information on Steam. But they were very honest from the start. This is the alpha build. This game is not finished. You know, and they said you could wait until it's done and buy it, or you can buy it now and help support us and we can keep building it. And that's what I did. I bought it as soon as I could buy it. I bought it because I believe in them as a company, and I know that they will do right by the fans. And this is the thing. They have been honest with their fans from day one. Because yeah, they have a director who is, but he knows gaming, he knows games, he works closely with his team. Whereas at CD Projekt Red, it's a much bigger company, and it's got a board of directors who are not gamers, who are probably not gamers, who are just seeing the bottom line, who are just seeing the money, who want the money, and he was like, we need this, blah, 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 we need it now. And if they'd have just told everyone from the start, this game isn't ready, we need more time, people would have been annoyed, yes, but they'd have got over it. They'd have got over it. Like, yeah, I wanted the game, but oh well, I'd rather wait and know I'm getting a game that's finished, and know I'm getting a game that is as it was supposed to be, as good as it could be. And that's the thing, and so I totally understand the staff's reaction at CD Projekt Red. They feel like they've been hung out to dry. According to the articles I've read, the management's reaction has been very non-committal, has been very much, very vague answers, nothing straight, even to their own staff. And that's wrong. That's really messed up. They should at least be honest with us. Because also the thing is, like, a lot of these websites, a lot of these journalists on video game journalists and stuff like that, they have contacts within the company, so they've been sharing what's been going on there. People have listened to internal phone calls from within CD Projekt Red to see what's going on behind the scenes, and it doesn't look good for the company. There's a lot of bad blood between the staff and the management now, and you can understand why. I mean, yeah, it's a mess. And will this mean the end of the company? I don't think so. I don't think it'll mean the end of the company. I hope they'll be able to turn this around. I hope they'll be able to honour what they've said they'll do. And I think that it's going to take them a lot of time, a lot of hard work to get the trust back from the public. I think that they're going to have to really, really keep their promises this time. And like I said, I think that the managers and that who lied to the public, who said all this stuff, they should be fired. And I think that will go some way towards building up some trust with the public again. if the public know that, hey, the dude who said this is gone, they're more likely to trust them. So I think that, yeah, there's a lot of hard work to be done on the part of CD Projekt Red. There's a lot of trust to be gained back, but I think they can do it. I hope they do. Honestly, I hope they do. But obviously, when we have more info, we'll share it with you. There was something else that they said, that on their Twitter, CD Projekt Red said that they would refund, of course, out of pocket if necessary, which is fair play. I mean, I don't think another big brand would have done that. I can't see Rockstar, if people were upset about a game, handing the money back, or even EA. So fair play to them for that. It was just the way they put it. They said, if you can't wait, blah blah blah. It was like, if you can't be patient enough, kind of like, well, excuse me, who do you think you are? You should have, don't tell us we're being impatient when you guys lied to us. That's the thing. Don't forget, you messed up, not us. Yeah, so I think it's going to take them a while, but they will get there. They will get the game out that they were supposed to, and I look forward to playing it when it's done. And I will wait for it to be done. I will not get a refund. I will not ask, I will not hand it back. I will wait. I will see the updates, and hopefully get to play it as it's supposed to be. But yeah, this, I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to put it as is, because it's Saturday. I'm not feeling well. You can probably tell. I've got a bit of a sore throat. I think a bit of a cold. I think I've got a cold, which always happens when you're a teacher at the end of term. So yeah, that's going to be a great Christmas holiday. Fortunately, I've got the fire going. I've got my cat to keep me company. So yeah, I can stay warm and stay safe. But yeah, you guys stay safe out there. Have a good one. And like, comment, subscribe. Leave your opinion in the comments. Let me know what you think about the situation. I'd love to get you guys' opinions, because obviously this is just my ramblings, my off-the-cuff remarks, my off-the-cuff thoughts. Like I said, I'm not going to edit this. This is just me talking. I would love to see what you guys think. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.